When a serious injury occurs in the offshore accident, it can be immediately and finally devastating of the victim. It can also be hard to determine where to start when it comes to recovering damage from personal injury or wrongful death. A good place to start is to contact an offshore accident lawyer with experience in personal injuries and maritime lawyer who can would thought the complex details of case and help you get the best recovery possible. Common case of offshore accident. Offshore and oilfield accidents are often preventable. There can happen drinking, breakfast transfer, line handling, vessel costing, and diving option. Many accidents are same you are encounter in many workplaces such as equipment failed and slip and fails. But because work offshore is a more high risk workplace investment and injury may also result from the fire of expression. Big budget accident with the oil industry there is sometimes very little training and overseas on oil rig. The type of employee negligence can result in unsafe work involvement that lead to under-respect employed professionally dangerous take the try isn't properly trained for resulting in serious injury. Offshore accident commonly lead to heart trauma, spinal injuries, severed limbs, and other serious injury. Their injuries are often especially caused by oil rig injuries. Work on oil rigs use complex and cumbersome equipment to drill and perform other tasks. Many workers are properly trained on how to use neat equipment, which increases the risk of offshore accident caused by human error. Dark accident, disc accident. The disc of the oil rig can be choice equipment where facility work must constantly be on high alert. Works are surrounded by trip hazard, fuel hazard, electrical hazard, crash hazard, and pinch point hazard. There can easily be struck by heavy equipment. Ship on we snapped on fell. When a shot lands the off vessel caused them to lose their balance. Equipment failure. When equipment on offshore vessels failure in can result a number of service injury. Work can be burned on electrical courses and even lost limbs. Operation maintenance on an oil rig requirement on high level cost to prevent injuries from occurring. Fires and explosion when not common. First an explosion are some of the most deadly cost of offshore accident. They can happen in the result of improperly stored fuel, poorly maintenance pipeline or coil between vessels. When the fire work have many to jump off the river into oxcan, often from a height of last 100 feet. Even thought work are typically typically trained and the proper way to jump the straight of stationary many work to jump lead to service injury or growing accident caused by fire and injuries can lead to life-altering injuries and can be even lost of intent result and the people on it. Other visual injuries also commonly occur of the turbot and Borges there's including feeling overload to line percentage and handling heavy line. If helicopters are used to transport work offshore, there are risks of injuries from helicopter crash. When you will be explaining and type of offshore accident, no matter the case, it can be physically and emotionally traumatic. You may find yourself trying in help from your injuries will find out how to deal with the loss of a regular and substantial paycheck that support your family and FBF law. Offshore accident law is a string. Taxes is very help of you determine and cost of accident best way to get finally your feet again. Damage in an offshore accident case. An offshore accident can be devastating to you and your family. You may have injuries that require exclusive and ongoing medical attention and rehabbing, leading to be medical bills the same to keep piling up. Or a family may have experienced a fatal accident as a cost endless need and suffering. When you have also lost your main source of income, it can feel like you never find refill. Offshore accident lawyer. So, offshore accident lawyer. Working offshore can be exciting, but it can also be danger. No matter how many safety percentages like you, accident and injury are